Trust is earned, respect is given, and loyalty is demonstrated. Betrayal of any of those is to lose all three. On today's case, Mr. Smith says that's exactly how he's feeling, betrayed. He says after meeting Ms. Johnson, they began dating and formed a blended family. Now, 3 years later, Mr. Smith says he's questioning everything, including the paternity of their 1-year-old daughter. Will the results come back in Mr. Smith's favor, or will Ms. Johnson be left with more splaining to do? Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Smith versus Johnson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smith, Ms. Johnson. Mr. Smith, you say that you have put up with Ms. Johnson's deceitful behavior for far too long. You say you are done being taken advantage of, and today, you are ready to walk out of my courtroom a free man.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Johnson, you admit that you have not been perfect in this relationship, but you say you will do anything to make the relationship work. You say you really want to keep your family together and hope you can prove that to Mr. Smith today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you young people have been together for some time now, and you have blended your families. Mr. Smith, you and Ms. Johnson have been together for 3 years. You do live together, 4 children.
Yes, Your Honor.
That is some real stakes. Tell me why we're in court today, Mr. Smith.
I'm coming to the divorce court today to end my relationship with my girlfriend.
Wow.
We used to talk about our future together, but now all we do is argue. I can't trust her. She shows signs of cheating, and she's lied to me on many levels. Until I can establish the paternity of my 1-year-old daughter, I don't know how to move forward with her or the relationship.
I think that's very fair. Mr. Smith is saying, Ms. Johnson, he's got some serious questions, and the relationship has hit some rock-bottom times. What do you say to his allegations, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor, he is correct. We have had some rocky times in our relationship, but I am here today because I want to fix the issues that Josh and I have and continue our family together.
So you say you understand that there have been some bumps in the road, but you don't think they're insurmountable to be able to be fixed because you're putting a family together. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm going to go on back to you, Mr. Smith. You brought this case. Take me back to how you all met and what has led us to the path to divorce court.
We started back, I said, at the end of 2019. I started working for a postal service. She was actually my trainer. I knew she was kind of feeling me. She was just, trying to play hard to get. She eventually agreed to let me take her out. From taking her out, just kind of went for there. Just kind of fell in love with her. I had 2 kids prior to meeting Jazmyn, and she had 1. And it was just the way she was a mother with the kids. Everything just felt so natural.
It seems like you saw yourself a potential wife and mother and a real family.
I did, yes, Your Honor. About a year and a half into that, we ended up having a little girl. This picture-perfect family, and to be what we at right here, I just really don't understand and get it.
Ms. Johnson, I hear what Mr. Smith said about how you all got together.
Yes, Your Honor. When I first met Josh, I actually had just gotten out of a relationship, so I wasn't looking for anything, but he's very charming. He knows how to make me laugh, smile. It's hard not to have a good time when we're together.
Mr. Smith, what made us get to this point where you no longer trust this person that you fell for?
So now let's fast forward. She's bartending. Okay, she's bartending. One particular night, I give her a call. It's time to get off. She hasn't called me, she hasn't texted me, and I'm the one supposed to come pick her up.
Oh, got it.
I saw her call the job. She's already gone, Your Honor.
Uh-oh.
She gets home 2.5 hours later. Women talk about women have intuitions. Men got intuitions too.
Oh, I believe you.
That means I looked her in the eyes and I just told her, don't lie to me. Like, what's going on? Your Honor, we had a heart-to-heart then, and she admitted to letting someone perform oral on her.
After work?
After work, Your Honor.
Bomba.
So, Ms. Johnson, I come to you.
He's not lying, Your Honor, but let's give it some more detail.
You trying to put that in context? Okay, I want to hear how that works.
It's wrong, point blank, period. So basically, Your Honor, I ran into an old friend. We linked up. That's it.
What?
That's why I said he didn't give it enough context.
What? Wow, you can't make this up.
Nope.
It's cheating.
It is.
It's cheating.
Most definitely.
I don't care if
Most
you.
definitely.
I don't care if you eating soup or. It's all cheating, okay?
Man.
Because anytime you are putting yourself in an intimate situation with a person that is not your partner, that's cheating. Now it's in context on why he doesn't trust you. Because you were the one that he trusted. And when that breaks, even a little bit, even if you're honest enough to tell him what the act was, he's gonna be tracking your movements, he's gonna be showing up at your job, he's gonna do all of those things that some people would say show, quote, insecurity, but no, it's not on him. It shows a lack of trust because of something you did.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's
but
really what it is.
What if that was going on before the incident? The checking of phones, the going behind my back, clocking my location, doing all that stuff.
Then it makes me come
She's
back
right,
again to
right?
Mr. Smith to say, what was your spidey sense telling you? Why are you starting to feel that way? Because that's what it is when you say intuition. That's a spidey sense kicking in. What's happening, Mr. Smith?
When we first got together, maybe a couple months after that, we went on a trip to Miami. She informed me that a friend would be meeting us on the beach.
Okay.
From what she told me, this was a gay friend, so I didn't think anything of it. So while we're all hanging out, her and a friend go to the store, and they're going a little longer than expected. From an argument, I recently found out that that guy that was supposedly, quote unquote, her friend was actually her ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
And after that conversation, I found out that they were also living together during the time that, we were dating. One particular time, she received a text message. I didn't used to go through her phone, but because of the lies and making me feel like she is cheating, I have.
I knew it.
The message said, "How's my baby?" Your
And
Honor.
it didn't come from you?
Your Honor, the response to that was a picture of her and the baby in the car.
Oh,
She said,
heck no.
Your Honor, that part's not true, because he knew when we met I was living with my ex. As to why you got pushed off so much.
It was a friend, Your Honor, quote unquote, around
He
the
knew
time of
that.
conception.
He had even picked me up from said place a couple of times, came in the house.
Ms. Johnson, here's my question. This might be all good explanation, and I'm not doubting you right now. I'm asking you, though, why couldn't you be honest about the beach situation? You see what I'm saying? You ended up compounding a situation that you didn't need to.
Well, see, that's the thing. He wants to put those two stories on the same person.
It all happened to
Two different people. The ex that I was living with is different from the ex on the beach. Now, I will say the ex on the beach, I did mess up. I didn't tell him. I didn't really know what to do in that predicament.
Your Honor, this all happened around the time she got pregnant.
That's not true. My
Which is
birthday is in
definitely why
April,
I
and it's when he
have a
took
lot
me
of
to Miami
questions.
for my birthday. My daughter's birthday and my birthday is also in April, the daughter in question. Do the math, Your Honor.
I know that sells 12 months.
Exactly.
But let me do some additional math. Because you have been caught in at least 3 lies while I'm sitting here, we don't know if the Miami hookup wasn't the only hookup. That's what Mr. Smith is talking about. That's what the whole point is. See, remember when we just started chatting about trust? Once it's broken, then that means everything comes into question. You know, whenever you're in a courtroom, the judge will tell the jury, and the jury is listening to me right now. When you find that one of the parties has lied about a material fact, you have the right to completely disregard everything that party has said. Now, you may not be a liar, but knowing that you lied is what gives him the pause. Does that make sense to you?
Yes,
what
Your
I'm
Honor.
sharing with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what I'm talking about. Mr. Smith, what else can you add?
I'm questioning the DNA of our baby.
I understand. I
Let's
understand.
start going with the text messages.
There's a
Random
cell
text-
phone with text messages?
Text messages, from random different people. One particular time, she received a text message, and she was in the shower. Now, let me say this. I didn't used to go through her phone. I didn't. But because of the lies and making me feel like she is cheating, I have.
I
and
knew it.
I say that I really have.
No, but I knew that was coming.
It was a message from, I didn't know the number, but it was an emoji with a smiley face. The message said, "How's my baby?" Your
And
Honor,
it didn't come from you?
Your Honor, the response to that was a picture of her and the baby in the car.
Oh,
She said,
heck no. You want to find out if this child is actually yours.
I want to know if I'm the father.
Well, you know, Miss Johnson, there is only one way to know. When it comes to 1-year-old Johanna Smith, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Joshua Smith. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. Miss Johnson.
Yes.
Girl.
I want you to get all your little details out. Are you? Okay.
Oh, my Lord.
So he knows for a fact I have friends, women friends, that will text me because of their jobs or whatever, how my kids, how's my children, blah, blah, blah. Before him, I was doing this dolo, okay? So a lot of my friends that are homegirls will text me and be like, how's my baby? How's my child?
So are you telling me that was from a girl, that was not from a boy?
Yes. If I could have a witness, I would have brought her. A lot of my messages, a lot of the names in my phone,
I don't believe it.
they're women. You can call them.
They're
women. They're my friends.
So if you're explaining that, that makes complete sense, because God knows that's the only explanation that's going to work for me.
If I was him,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't blame him for
because that works for me. Because I didn't think you could give me an explanation that worked. That one works for me. Let me turn to you. Mrs. Smith, what made you think it was a man?
Well, I have some evidence, Your Honor. The evidence that I brought to the court today, I have text messages and phone names that she has gave different people. These names, Freak Nasty. There was an emoji.
Wait a minute, you're telling me this is what the names that are saved in the phone?
Yeah, yes.
Let me
Your
see
Honor.
this
Yes, Your
evidence. No, I need, Freak Nasty Atlanta, because see, you got to have
Long
multiple
tongue,
Freak Nasty.
sloppy.
You can't just have one Freak Nasty. You got to have multiple Freak Nasty. You got to have a Southern Freak Nasty and a Northern Freak Nasty.
Your Honor, do you see the amount of contacts?
Long and strong. Okay. Long, he may not be
2009.
strong, but sloppy. Now, I have a lot of contacts also, so I'm not going to judge you on any contacts that you have can stay there forever and ever. But I am going to judge you on the names. You know this is going to be a problem for your man.
And he also knew about all of my contacts and names and my plethora of friends. He knows my names and those contacts have been in there plenty of times. My sister even has one of those kind of names in my phone, and he'll see it. And first time he saw it, he was like, who is this? I was like, pick it up. And he realized it was my sister.
You know, Miss Johnson, though, the whole point is, it's why you're here, is because you've given him reason not to trust you.
Yes.
I need to know how you plan to rebuild this trust.
I would love to rebuild it. I've been asking him since the day we met, because we decided and talked when we first met that if we were going to date, it was for the pathway of marriage. Since that day, been begging him to go to counseling with me. Not even because we don't communicate well. That's really my best friend over there, whether he wants to admit it or not. That's my best friend over there. We communicate wonderfully when we're good, but when we're not, oh my goodness, Your Honor.
Well, I can tell you, Miss Johnson, the reason that your communication is broken down is because your man don't trust you. That's it.
And that's why I said, okay, that's fair. I've given you several reasons not to trust me.
And the number one reason is you want to find out if this child is actually yours.
I want to know if I'm the father.
I'm 100% positive that he's the father. I'm not worried about that.
Well, you know, Miss Johnson, there is only one way to know. And I always say that to my litigants. I look them in the face because when you, as the defendant, agree to do a DNA analysis, the woman who carried that child only knows whether or not these results can come back wrong. I always give you the opportunity before I ask for the results. Is there anything that we need to know?
No, ma'am.
Robert, may I have the results?
Sure.
Because I need to put this in context, Mr. Smith. Look at that beautiful child. You need to be able to rebuild this trust, and I know that this goes a long way to doing it. Mrs. Smith, are you actually ready for these answers? Because I know you love this woman, and I know y'all have been through a lot.
Your Honor, if the baby comes back that is, it's not mine, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I know I'm gonna need some type of counseling or,
You won't,
advice.
because it's yours.
I really don't know. But also, if it is mine, I don't think I can be with her, Jazz, anymore. She's just lied and cheated so much that I don't think I could do it anymore.
Is there any way that the two of you all would sit down with a counselor? Because I'm going to open these results for you.
Your Honor, I just feel like it's just too far gone. Like, the lies and the cheating.
I'm going to ask you that question after.
Go ahead,
I'm going to
tell
ask
me.
you the question after.
You the pappy.
When it comes to 1-year-old Johanna Smith, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Joshua Smith, you are her father. Mr. Smith, the probability of paternity is 99.9999999%. There is no chance that anybody else is Johanna's father. That's your child.
Thank you.
You feel better
Needed
now?
that. It doesn't
Can you stop
change
treating me
the
like I'm a
stuff
hoe or something?
that's happened,
That's
but
your baby.
Ms. Johnson, I don't say this lightly. He will not stop treating you like a hoe until you stop being a hoe. And I'm gonna say that from the heart. You cannot put your family through this. So what you want from him, counseling for your relationship, I'd like to offer you personal counseling. And you need to get yourself together. You can't bring this person into this relationship because that's not what Mr. Smith wants in a wife. Are you willing to get the help that you need so that you can feel better about you? Get you together for yourself. Are you ready for that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm offering that to you. I will make sure that this court supplies you with that kind of service because that means something. You need to be whole because this behavior that has led to this is something that you did. You can't build the trust with him until you build back your self-esteem, and you're not going to build back your self-esteem until you get whole.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is a woman you love,
I do.
and there have been some pretty hard ups and downs. But at the end of the day, you have started to build a family. Do you think you can love her through this? Love her through this time where she tries to get back to the person that you fell in love with. If she is committed to getting the help that she needs, can you do that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mrs. Smith, the manner in which you have handled yourself as a man has been very admirable. The fact that you wanted some clarity in the relationship is extremely admirable. A lot of men would have started acting out on their own, would have started taking in side chicks, would have just started doing things to counter. But I hope you see that Miss Johnson is hurting herself. Miss Johnson, hurt people hurt people. I need you to get better for yourself so that you can be the woman that you really want to be and the woman that he deserves and the mother that those children deserve. Let's try to put this back together, one brick at a time. And congratulations, you have a beautiful baby girl.
I don't know where exactly we're going after this, but I will say I do feel better now that everything's on the table. I'm gonna get the help that I need to get back to being me because I never wanted to hurt you.
She really needs to get some therapy because this behavior is very destructive.
Right.
Not just to herself, but to her family and to that young man. It's gonna take him some time to get over the lies.
Yes. He's very angry. He's upset, and it's very difficult to get over that type of behavior.
Yeah, but by the same token, I am so glad that baby is his.
Thank God.
Whew.
Made in Georgia.